This is the Neapolitan Mastiff 1989 specialty. We're at Oldwick, New Jersey, and the judge for today is Jack Pryor. We're watching now the 6 to 9 puppy dog class, and the dog being shown now is Alaric Capodimonte. This puppy is just over 6 months of age. His sire is champion Del Quercerto Brutus, and his mother was Aria di Alaric. Is bred and is owned by Michael and Kathy Sotilli, and he's being shown today by Mike Sotilli Jr. This is the first time the puppy's been shown. We are watching the national specialty for the Neapolitan Mastiff Club of America. And of course, Capo took first place because he was the only dog entered in that class. Now we're looking at the American bred class. This dog is Deer Run Rufus, who's owned by Joe and Debbie Mollusky. The breeder on this dog was Tobin Jackson of Deer Run Kennels. His sire was Arone von Erlingen, which was a German import better known as Sherman, and the dam of this dog was Deer Run Molly. The date of this show is September the 3rd, 1989. And we watch as the judge moves the dogs in various patterns, watching the movement. This class is bred by exhibitor class. The dog you're looking at is La Tutela Collo Grosso. His date of birth is September 2, 1987, so he is 2 years old as of this show. His sire is champion Blue Paws Massimo La Tutela, and the dam was Apollina La Tutela. This dog is being shown today by the breeder owner Carol Paulson of Lawrenceville, New York. Now we have the open class. The dog you're looking at is Ironstone Big City Dude. He was born December 28, 1987. So he's a little less than 2 years old at this show. Big City Dude's sire was champion Arone II, and the dam was Lavinia del Bon Rapino, who was an Italian import. The breeder owner of this dog is Sherilyn Allen of Ironstone Kennels. This is the first black dog that we have seen today. The other dogs were blue. The judge is checking the bite on the dog. And then after he checks the bite, looks at the dog in a standing position, then he will ask the handler to move the dog around so he can also see the movement. The dog is being shown today by Sherilyn Allen. Our judge today, Jack Pryor, has been breeding Neapolitan Mastiffs for a number of years. He's very experienced with the breed. His kennel is Di Pretoria, and he is from Boston. So far there's only been one dog in each class, so those dogs are winning first place. Now we have back in all the dogs that won their classes, and they're back in for winner's dog. The dog that wins this class will receive the championship points for the day. Since there were 4 dogs over 6 months of age being shown, this will be a 3-point major for the dog that wins. In front we have Ironstone Big City Dude, and behind him we have Alaric Capodimonte, and then we have Latutello Colagrosso and Deer Run Rufus. This is the 6 to 9 puppy Capodimonte. The judge looks at every dog very carefully because this is an important win. It would be considered a major as far as championship points are concerned. In order to become a champion, a Neapolitan Mastiff must acquire 15 championship points. 2 of those wins must be what is considered major wins. A major means that there are at least 4 dogs of the same sex being judged at a given show, and all those dogs are over 6 months of age. 5 dogs over 6 months would mean that this would be a 4-point show, and 6 or more dogs over 6 months of age would mean that it was a 5-point show. 3, 4, and 5-point shows are considered majors. A dog must have 2 of those plus enough other points to total 15 points in order to become a champion. This dog again is La Tutela Collo Grosso, bred, owned, and being shown by Carol Paulson. This dog is Deer Run Rufus, owned by Joe and Debbie Molesky of Howell, New Jersey, and the dog is being shown by Debbie Molesky. The breeder on this dog was Tobin Jackson of Deer Run Kennels. The date of birth on this dog was August 10th, 1988. So he's about 13 months old at this show. Now the exhibitors are setting the dogs up one more time for the judge to take a look at. He's rechecking on some of the bites to remind himself, and then he will make his decision. Okay, he's moved Ironstone, Big City Dude up front, and La Tutela Collo Grosso into second. Capo de Monte into third, and Rufus in fourth at this point, but he has not yet determined his final pick. Two dogs will be chosen. One will be winner's dog, the other will be reserve. Now he's moving all the dogs around together so that he can compare the movement on them. And winner's dog has gone to Ironstone Big City Dude. Again, he received 3 championship points for this win. Reserve was La Tutela Collo Grosso. Now we move to the bitches. This is the 6 to 9 month bitch class, puppy bitch class, and the dog you're looking at now is Calliope Musica di Alaric. This puppy is a litter mate to Capodimonte that you just saw. Her sire is Champion del Querceto Brutus, and her mother is Aria di Alaric. She's just a little over 6 months at this show. Calliope is owned by Michael and Kathy Sotilli of Alaric Kennels and is being shown today by Kathy Sotilli. This puppy does go on later to become a champion. Also, the dog that won the class, Ironstone Big City Dude, also went on to become a champion. The other dog, La Tutela Collo Grosso, became a champion. So as these dogs mature, you'll see more of them gaining recognition and becoming champions. The number of rare breed shows in the United States is rather limited. A lot of the shows are in the Northeast area. But interest is growing in having more rare breed shows across the country, so as time goes on, there will be more shows around for people to compete in. Calliope has taken first place in the 6 to 9 puppy bitch class. And now we move on to the 9 to 12 puppy bitch class. This dog is La Tutela Ultima Risa. Her call name is Chi-Chi. This dog was born October the 25th, 1988. So she's about 10.5 months at this show. Chi-Chi is being shown today by Anita Bryant. She's owned by Anita and John Slack of Washington, D.C. Now we have the novice class. This dog is Valerio's Chula di Pretoria. This dog was born June the 10th, 1988. So it's about 15 months old at this show. The sire is champion Blue Paw Sergio di Pretoria. And the dam is Francesca di Pretoria. She is owned by Hector and Valerie Valerio of Providence, Rhode Island. Most of the dogs that you're seeing today are relatively young and have not matured. Now we have the bred by exhibitor class. In front you see La Tutela Mezzaluna. And behind her we have Ironstone Rebecca. Mezzaluna was sired by champion Blue Paws Massimo La Tutela. And she was born September the 2nd, 1987, so she is right at 2 years old on this show. The mother of this dog is Apollina La Tutela. The breeder owner of Mezzaluna is Carol Paulson. This is the first class that we have had more than one dog in a class. The other classes, the 6 to 9 puppy dogs, the 9 to 12 puppy dogs, and the novice class all had only one dog in them, so those dogs did get first place. Now we're looking at Ironstone Rebecca. Breeder and owner is Sherilyn Allen. This female is a litter mate to the dog that won the open dog class, which was Ironstone Big City Dude. The dog is sired by champion Arone II, and the mother is Lavinia del Bon Rapino. Her birth date was December the 28th, 1987. So again, she is just a little under 2 years of age for this show. And Mr. Pryor is checking the bite on the dog, as he has with all the other dogs, and then he will ask Sherilyn Allen to move the dog around so that he can watch the movement. The class that these two dogs are in is the bred by exhibitor. This means that the dog is being handled by the breeder or someone in the breeder's immediate family. As time goes on here, it does get a bit warm. Even though it's September, it's probably in the mid-90s by now, so you will notice the dogs will start getting a little bit hotter and more tired. And Ironstone Rebecca has taken first place. La Tutela Mezzaluna has taken second place. Now we have the open bitch class. This dog's name is Flora di Romolo. The dog was sired by Romolo, and the dam was Nora di Ponzino. The breeder of this dog was Michael Zinni, and the owner is John Frias. And of course the dog took first place. Now we have the winner's bitch class. So all the dogs that took first place in their classes do come back in for winner's bitch. As there were 6 bitches over 6 months of age, the dog that wins this class will receive a 5-point major. So this is an important show. There you're looking at Calliope Musica di Alaric. From the front, it's Ironstone Rebecca, La Tutela Ultimorisa, this is Rebecca moving again. And I think you can see that the dogs are starting to get hot. They're not being quite as cooperative as they were. Now he's looking at Chi-Chi, as she is called again. This dog also went on to become a champion. And now we're looking at Valerio's Chula again, owned by Hector and Valerie Valerio. This was the winner of the novice class. And here we have Flora Di Romolo again. Now he's taking one more look at Calliope Musica di Alaric. We find that some of these dogs, by the time they've been out in the sun for a while, they're ready to get out of it and head back towards the shade. So you'll see them when they make that turn, they're sort of pulling sometimes to go back to the tent. Now Mr. Pryor is looking at all the females one more time to make his decision. There will be a winner's bitch, which will receive the 5 championship points, and then there will be a reserve. And he's moving Calliope up into second place. And the other 3 dogs, at this point, he is leaving in the same position that they were in. He's having the exhibitors move the dogs again one more time all together so that he can compare movement. And Mr. Pryor is giving them a good workout. Mr. Pryor has selected as his winner's bitch Ironstone Rebecca, and as reserve bitch Calliope Musica Dialeric. Now we are in for the best of breed class. In this class we have the winner's dog Ironstone Big City Dude, the winner's bitch Ironstone Rebecca, and the only champion that was entered that day, who was champion Alaric Isolo di Capri. This is the champion bitch here, Capri as she's more commonly called. She is a daughter of Italian champion Mosè, and her mother was Torca II. She's an Italian import. And at this dog show was about a year and a half old. From this class, Mr. Pryor will select a best of breed dog, a best of breed bitch, and a best out of the two winners. Both the best of breed dog and the best of breed bitch will go on to compete in the working best in show class. This is more of a European style of judging, which is how it is normally done at the Molosser show and the NMCA show. You can see that the heat is starting to tell a little bit on these dogs. They are getting very warm, as are the people. This was the winner's bitch again, Ironstone Rebecca. She is a black bitch. And she's being shown today for the winner's class, for the best of breed class by Sherilyn Allen's daughter. Both of these females are quite nice, and it is a difficult decision to make. By virtue of being the only dog in the best of breed class, Ironstone Big City Dude will of course get best of breed male. So the real competition here is between Capri and Rebecca. Now he's going to move the dogs around one more time. And Mr. Pryor is a judge who likes to move the dogs extensively. He wants to make sure that these dogs are sound enough to hold up to working condition. And the winner, which we lost the end of that tape, the winner of Best of Breed Bitch was champion Alaric Isolo Di Capri.